So you meet Kathy. Back when she was 16 in 1974, her mom made her give her daughter up for adoption. And it was one of those, closed adoptions, so no contact, none of that. But she never forgot about the daughter, okay? Well, 35 years later, she gets contacted by the adoption agency because they need her DNA to match to a body they found that they think might be her biological daughter that went missing 21 years ago. 21 years, y'all just now calling me. Them adoptive parents. Dennis and Brenda wasn't shit. The police on the case wasn't shit. Everybody that didn't listen to Kathy wasn't shit. And did I say the adoptive parents wasn't shit? Was wild. Buckle up. Buckle the hell up.
You traumatized the out of me with that true crime story we did last season. So let's get to the true crime bag now.
Okay. In this
trigger warning. Like, trigger warning.
I watched this on Netflix the other day. I think it came out either the 12th or the 13th on Netflix. A woman named Kathy. She gave birth to a baby at 16 years old. She was a part of a very abusive household and was forced to give her baby up for adoption. She gave the baby up for adoption. It was a closed adoption. She had no whereabouts of where the baby was, who the baby was with. She wasn't even allowed to, because she was still a kid and she was forced to do this in the 1970s. I don't remember the exact year. 21 years later, in 2010, she gets a letter from the adoption agency. Now, when she saw this letter, she thought that it was her child trying to reach out to her. But when she opened the letter, they wanted her DNA to match to a Jane Doe that was found because her baby that she gave up for adoption actually went missing in 1989. She got this letter in 2010, meaning her baby was missing for 21 years. So the Jane Doe that they found in a cornfield, they wanted to match the DNA to see if it was, her baby. It wound up not being her baby, but this letter just turned her basically into a monster. And I mean that in a good way. She found out that, her baby was missing for 21 years. She thought her baby was good, in good hands, a good family. But all of this time, for the past 21 years, she went missing. And her name was Aundria Bowman. She went missing March of 1989. So from March of 1989 all the way up to 2010, she was missing for 21 years. I don't want to get into all of it because you actually have to watch the documentary to get into all the little plot twists and little backgrounds and everything like that. But basically, her finding out that, okay, even though that Jane Doe wasn't my daughter, that means my daughter is missing. So I have to find out what happened. I got to find my daughter. When I tell you this lady went crazy finding her daughter, she created a Facebook page. That Facebook page helped her get so much information from the people who knew Audriana. She hired a private investigator. This happened in Michigan. She went down to Michigan countless times. She did her big one. I can't even spoil it because it's so much that happened. Like, I can't even say it all right now. But in the end of it all,
we find out who did it.
She finds out who did it. So in the midst of meeting Audriana's friends from middle school, high school, because she went missing at 14. So what's that, like a freshman? Yeah. So she talked to her middle school friends. She talked to neighbors. She talked to even the adoptive family, not the adoptive parents, but like the cousin, the aunts, she talked to them. She did what she was supposed to do as a mom. Like, it was like she really went all out to find out what happened to her daughter. And she got to the bottom of it. Because if it wasn't for her, it would have still been cold to this day. So in the end of it all, Audriana wound up being found. And it's crazy because even though she gave her baby up for adoption, and baby was like 9 months old when she gave her up, her mother's intuition was correct. I'm going to just say that. Even though she has not been in that girl's life, it was correct. In the end of it all, she told the police where her daughter's body was buried, and she was right. Just off a feeling. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
It's heartbreaking also.
It's heartbreaking.
Like, you gave up your child by force, but in your mind you're thinking she'll have a better life.
Yeah,
like had ended and you went all those years not even knowing. That's heartbreaking. And you go all these years really thinking that your daughter's growing up doing the things you probably
she had a good life.
I wonder how she is now. Oh, she probably an adult. Yeah. All those years after her passing, you're thinking her life is still going.
It's good. Yeah.
She's a grown person.
The whole time she's
underground.
Her was her adopted father. The initial police report was that Audriana ran away. Yeah. So before she ran away, she did come out to her friends and even her school principal at the time that her father was her. And her adopted parents took her to therapy, and I put therapy because it was their pastor. I mean, I put quotations because it was their pastor.
No, you were right.
Yeah. She admitted to lying. It didn't happen. It wasn't true. My father didn't SA me. But she did come out to her friends and to her principal that that's what her father was doing to her for a few years. I think about 5 years.
And nobody did anything?
So at one point, Adriana ran away for like 3 or 4 days to her friend's house. Her friend actually was hiding Adriana in her own closet. And then that's when she told her friend that. So her friend was like, we got to go to school. We got to tell somebody. We have to tell an adult. So they both went to school and they told the principal. The principal called Adriana's parent. They came to the school, sat 3 of them in the office. And the principal was like, so what did you just tell me? What happened? So what do you think a kid is going to say? They're not going to say right in front of their abuser, especially it's their father, oh, he molested me. She said, nothing happened.
She got scared,
Yeah, he's guilty. And honestly, it took so long for him to go to jail. So another thing on how he went to prison.
He was a serial predator for a while.
He was.
How is it that they were able to get a child with his background? Because you said it was on record also, some of his...
He had a record.
But I remember you telling me it was the 70s. I really feel like that's something we need to highlight because it really show you the systems and shit back then. When did the sex offenders registry come about?
I don't even know.
I don't even remember like what year that came about, but a lot of this stuff was just starting to really come into place.
He was a white man. He was in the Navy. He had a heavy background of being in the Navy and stuff like that. So
they would have threw a child at him.
Exactly. When Adriana was 6 years old, he did go to prison for 5 years for attempted rape and assaulting a woman. Even to this day, they feel like he's done many more crimes, but he just didn't get caught for it.
Oh, and his wife is an insurance policy. That woman is still standing by her man.
The wife is still, to this day, standing by her man. Her name is Brenda. Brenda.
You a dummy. You
a dummy. Brenda, for real. The wife, she needs to be right next to him. Honestly, in my opinion, she needs to be right in jail too.
Just because.
Just because. When they bring up the fact that he went to prison for that, but I forgive him. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about the wife.
What's the name of the documentary?
So the name of the documentary is Into the Fire, The Lost Girl. How he got arrested and how he got caught for it. So there was a detective that got assigned to cold cases. He went back to look into a case that happened, I think, in 1980, where a woman was killed. She was badly SA'd. Badly. She was multiple times. They preserved the sheets from the scene. The sheets had... But back in like 1980, it was like, DNA wasn't as good as it is now. So this cop got assigned to cold cases and he decided to look into that case. You have to look at the documentaries to really, because I forget how he got to Dennis Bowman. That's his name. Dennis Bowman being a suspect. Kathy, which is the biological mother of Adriana, she used to torment the Bowmans, which are the adopted parents. She used to torment them so bad. She used to call them every day, all day. My daughter, I'm going to find out what happened. Like, she was on timing. The fact that she used to harass them, the police called them in. It was basically a setup to get his DNA. They called him in to talk about Kathy and to talk about the harassment, when really the point of the meeting was to give them some water, or do you want some coffee? Do you want some water?
Yeah, like what we see the cops do on TV, like, hey, drink, whatever, then they'll take the drink and go run it.
The Adriana thing, Kathy's mom, the harassment, they used that
to match it to the spermicidal fluid
to get them in. They took his cup that he used during the meeting and they ran his DNA and the DNA matched. He originally got arrested and charged for the of this woman back in 1980. So like I said, he's part of the Navy. In 1980, he had to go to Virginia for 2 weeks for business, for work. And during his work trip, that's when he did that to the woman.
When he took his life.
So he wanted to stay in Michigan. His wife was older. He was older. He wanted his wife to be able to come see him easily. He also had a younger daughter than Adriana. They had another baby when Adriana was like 12 or 13. So, yeah. And the daughter too. Annoying, like Brenda. But,
God, really?
Yes. They basically told him, if you tell us what happened with Adriana, because they still didn't know. Like, It was all hunches. It was all like, it was no solid evidence, you know? They needed something solid to get him on that case. So they're like, if you tell us what happened with Adriana, we will let you stay in prison in Michigan so that your wife can visit you.
Oh, so he confessed.
Yeah, so your wife don't have to, you know, take that long trip to visit you. At first, he was being adamant, but I don't know. I wouldn't kill family. I don't know. I don't know. Then he admitted to killing her. I feel like the way he said it happened, of how she died, is BS. BS. He's saying she died by falling down the stairs. Do you believe that?
It was an accident.
Yeah.
Absolutely the not.
Okay. So no one really knows the truth. Only he does. Her body was too decayed to even, you know,
Really
come up with how. Yeah, like they couldn't even come up with how she died. He actually just got sentenced. I want to say in like 2022. He got sentenced to 35 to 50 years.
He ain't got that much time.
Yeah, he ain't got that much time. Anyway.